Chair of Council, in recognition of her outstanding contribution to women's health, public health and inclusion, it is my great honour and privilege to present Dr. Nigar Arif for the award of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Chair of Council, I now invite Dr. Nigar Arif to address the congregation.
Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. This actually feels like coming back home because I studied medicine at Barts in London. So this is a home away from home, and I feel like I've come back. Chair of Council, President, Vice President, distinguished guests, graduates, and your families and friends, I'm honoured and delighted to be standing before you today to receive this honorary degree. On this wonderful day of celebration, I'd like to congratulate each of you and every one of you on your tremendous achievement. And since this is such a unique and special event, I'd like to just take a few seconds, take a deep breath, because I need that, and take a look around and really savor the moment. Feels amazing, doesn't it? It's amazing to finish your degree. Today marks a huge milestone in your lives. No doubt along the way you'll have stood on the shoulders of giants who will have encouraged and enabled you to access education. It may have started with your parents, your siblings, your extended family, or your friends. It may have begun with your teachers, your neighborhood, your faith, your community, or your first employer, if you've ever had one. It may have even started with your fiercest of critics. You should thank them all. You should especially be grateful for your critics. I have often found that the best life lessons are learned from those who are keen to tell you how you can improve, whether it's constructive or not. It might not feel like it at the time, but when someone doubts you or says you can't do something, well, do you know what? That's when you often find the moment when a fire of passion is lit inside you to say, I will do this. I'm a GP who specialises in women's health, and I can safely say that after nearly 15 years of study, gosh, there's still a lot I don't know. There is still a lot that I need to learn, and sometimes I feel like I'm facing and chasing future Nigat. I'm always chasing her. She's amazing in my head, and if I just feel like I'm never to that level, and you will experience that at some point as well. And so it might come as a surprise to you that actually, let me tell you some of the things that I've learned along the way when I've been formulating my career and what's helped me as I've grown. Firstly, graduates, look at the person next to you. Really look at them. And then look at the people in a couple of rows down from you. That individual is not your competition, okay? They have knowledge that you do not possess, and therefore be always open to collaboration. I'd be honoured to collaborate with any of you on any of my social media platforms at some point. And also work in partnership with colleagues and contemporaries. Nothing would make me happier that if you did that, then you would find that actually that special formula is found where you're able to progress in whatever field that you decide to go into. Your ego always needs to be kept in check. You might need to learn to harness some of that power of your ambition in order to make sure that you're allowing others along the way to be lifted. Career success has to be less about jealousy and comparison. I know it's very easy to compare what the next person next to you is doing, but it's more about reaching your goals. Every day, try to move into spaces where you feel fearful, both in and out of the workplace. That might mean you're going to have to make really important decisions that make you feel uncomfortable, or trying even something simple like an exercise that takes you out of your comfort zone. But that fear that prevents you from attaining your goal that you will need to overcome, believe me, on the other side of fear is a whole world of fun, and it's so much amazing, good stuff that happens on that side. I will tell you, you will have highs and lows. I've had many in my career. One day you might be lavish with praise, and yet the next you'll be showered with insults, and I've had both. My advice is to remember the highs and record them somehow. I don't know, in a diary, or in a TikTok these days, whatever makes you happy, and refer to them whenever you hit those inevitable lows. And I'm speaking from experience. If there are any negative comments that come your way, try not to allow them to get to you. I know that's very easy to say, but perhaps use them in a positive way in order to prove your critics wrong and propel yourself further. After all, life is a journey, not a destination. I also think it's hugely important to retain your thirst for knowledge and your willingness to learn. It's not about the number of, at the moment, I know it's with social media and just media in itself, but it's not about the number of followers that you have or the likes that you have. It's the fact that you can harness innovative practices, use your global digital platforms in order to sprinkle your newfound knowledge like confetti, share it with people so that others can light their candle in it. The energy and determination that has got to you here cannot be downplayed. The hardships you've undergone and the sacrifices you've made to reach this point is what will keep you going. And never be scared of failure. Because as you harness these lessons, you will achieve the things that you want to achieve, and I guarantee you success. You will find success in whatever you want to do. So this is really the most important thing I say after all my career advice, is keep your loved ones close to you. They'll be there for you when times get difficult. They'll be the ones who will pick you up and put you back on track, preferably after a cup of tea and a slice of cake, I say. Maintain a good work-life balance is crucial. And in this respect, of course, I can't say I'm always successful at that. No matter how hard I try, no matter how many times I try and do it, I have to keep reminding myself that I will never find that work-life balance. But in the end, when I'm old and I'm in need, it will be my family that will be on hand to help me, not my workmates. So, therefore, if you do happen to at some point find that magical balance, please come and tell me, because I want to learn from you. So finally, I'd like to thank you again for the honor of this great institution, this great honor that the institution has bestowed upon me. I cannot tell you how happy and proud this makes me feel. Being at this ceremony is to share this special day with you, and it's such a pleasure and privilege, and I'd like to wish you all the very best for your future.